On the night of August 18, 2025, music lovers around the world refreshed their screens in anticipation. iKON, the global music polling platform known for its massive fan-driven events, was set to reveal the winner of its Best K-pop Song of All Time poll. Thousands of songs were nominated. Classics from second-generation idols, viral third-gen anthems, and newer fourth-gen chart toppers. Many fans expected hits like Girls' Generation's G, Big Bang's Fantastic Baby, or BTS's Dynamite to take the crown. But then, the announcement dropped, and the name on top was just one word, 2 syllables, forever etched in history. Like crazy, Jimin. The crowd online erupted. Hashtags exploded worldwide within minutes, like hashtag like crazy best song, hashtag proud of Jimin, and hashtag Jimin legend. The impossible had happened. A solo track released 2 years ago during Jimin's first chapter as an individual artist had just been declared the greatest K-pop song of all time. But how did this come to be? Why this song? Why this artist? And why now when Jimin himself is quietly serving his military duty away from the spotlight? The answer, as millions of fans will tell you, is a story of passion, legacy, and the unshakable power of Jimin's artistry. To understand this moment, we must go back to March 2023. BTS had already announced their group hiatus due to mandatory military enlistments. Fans were uncertain about the future, unsure of when or if the group would reunite in full strength. In this emotional atmosphere, Jimin released his debut solo album, Face. While many expected a safe, polished project, Jimin chose the opposite. He revealed his inner struggles, fears, and raw emotions. And at the heart of this confession was one track, Like Crazy. Inspired by the Korean romantic film by the same name, the song blended synth-pop beats with a melancholy that seeped into every lyric. Jimin's voice floated like a whisper, aching yet intoxicating, as he sang about drowning in illusions to escape pain. Critics praised it as haunting, vulnerable, and daring. Fans, however, did more than praise. They felt. They saw themselves in Jimin's words, in his fragility masked by beauty. And then, history happened. Like Crazy debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making Jimin the first Korean soloist ever to achieve this feat. Newspapers called it a historic breakthrough. ARMY called it destiny. But no one could predict that 2 years later, while Jimin wore a military uniform instead of standing on a stage, Like Crazy would return, not as just a memory, but as the song that defined K-pop forever. When iKON launched its poll in early August 2025, it was framed as the ultimate test. Which song deserved to be called the best of all time? Songs from all generations were nominated, from HOT to New Jeans. For days, the leaderboard shifted. But then, a silent army awoke. Jimin's fans, scattered across continents, yet bound by love, began to mobilize. Social media platforms turned into battlegrounds. Streaming parties reignited. Guides on how to vote efficiently circulated in over 20 languages. One fan from Brazil wrote on X, formerly Twitter, "Jimin may not be here with us now, but his music still is. Let's show the world his voice never fades." In South Korea, subway stations lit up with LED banners urging commuters to vote for Like Crazy. In Japan, fans organized live cafes where people voted together while watching Jimin's performances on big screens. In the US and Europe, online spaces buzzed with calls to action. This was not just voting. This was a movement, a mission, a promise to Jimin. The success of Like Crazy is not just about its melody or lyrics. It's about timing, emotion, and identity. At its core, the song speaks about losing oneself in the chaos of life and love, clinging to illusions as an escape. In a world where so many people silently fight mental battles, Jimin's words felt like a mirror. Lines like, I'd Rather Be Lost in the Lights became an anthem for those hiding pain behind smiles. Jimin's whispery falsetto became a comfort for those drowning in loneliness. Music journalists argue that Like Crazy bridges cultures. It's Korean, yet universal. It's pop, yet personal. And that universality is why fans from Seoul to Sao Paulo, from New York to New Delhi, lifted the song to immortality.
Perhaps the most poetic part of this victory is its timing. Jimin is currently serving in the South Korean military, fulfilling his duty like every Korean man must. For months, he has been absent from stages, award shows, and live streams. Yet in his silence, his music grew louder. Like Crazy winning while Jimin himself remains unseen feels almost symbolic. It's as if the world is saying, even if you are away, your art is still here. We have not forgotten you. We will never forget you. For ARMY, this win is not only about celebrating a song, it's about reassuring Jimin himself that when he comes back, he will return to a stage that is still his. The icon poll was not short of competition. Songs like EXO's Growl, Blackpink's Do 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 Do, and BTS's very own Spring Day all ranked high. Each had its own legacy, cultural weight, and millions of fans backing it. So why did Like Crazy rise above them all? Some experts suggest it's because the song represents both individual artistry and collective identity. Jimin is a member of BTS, the biggest boy band in the world, but Like Crazy was his personal leap. It was him stepping out of the group's shadow to reveal his own voice. That duality, both BTS and Jimin, both group and solo, gave the song a broader emotional canvas. Fans of BTS saw it as part of their story. Fans of Jimin saw it as his story. And together, they pushed it into history. When the news broke, fans didn't just trend hashtags. Many cried. Many wrote letters online to Jimin, promising they would still be here when he comes back. One ARMY from the Philippines posted, "When I saw Like Crazy win, I burst into tears. Jimin deserves the world. Even though he can't see this right now, I know he will feel our love when he returns." In Seoul, a group of fans gathered at the Han River, holding candles and singing Like Crazy together in the night. Videos of the gathering went viral, showing the sheer devotion of people who consider Jimin not just an idol, but a guiding light. Now that it has officially been crowned the best K-pop song of all time, the legacy of Like Crazy feels secure. It is no longer just a track from 2023. It is a permanent part of K-pop's cultural memory. But what does this mean for the future? When Jimin completes his service and returns, expectations will be sky high. Will he perform Like Crazy again, this time with the knowledge that it has been immortalized? Will he create a new anthem that surpasses it? Or will he step into a new artistic chapter altogether? For now, fans don't know. But what they do know is this: Like Crazy has already written history. In the end, this victory is not just about a poll. It's not just about music charts, awards, or statistics. It's about how one song, born from an artist's vulnerability, became a lifeline for millions. It's about how silence can still sing, how distance can still connect, and how love can turn a 3-minute track into a timeless legend. Jimin may be away right now, but his voice, through Like Crazy, continues to echo louder than ever. And as fans keep whispering across the globe, this is not the end. This is just the beginning. The moment iKON officially declared Like Crazy as the best K-pop song of all time, news outlets didn't hesitate to cover it. Within hours, articles appeared across Asia, the US, and Europe, each trying to capture the phenomenon. Billboard praised Jimin for achieving something nearly impossible for a soloist. The Korea Times highlighted the historical value. Quote, "Like Crazy is not only a hit song, but a cultural marker of a new K-pop era." Unquote. Rolling Stone India wrote, "The way Jimin connects vulnerability to dance floor-ready synth pop is unprecedented. It's no wonder the song's emotional grip has only grown stronger with time." Television talk shows also jumped in. On KBS, a panel of music critics debated why Jimin's track resonated above other legendary K-pop songs. One critic said, it isn't just about popularity, it's about honesty. Jimin poured his rawest emotions into like crazy, and fans rewarded him with eternal loyalty. Meanwhile, Western media outlets such as CNN and BBC ran segments about Jimin's achievement, pointing out how remarkable it was that a Korean-language song could dominate such a global competition. When the news broke, there was no immediate official statement, no celebratory post, not even a congratulatory press release. Why? Some speculate that HYBE is saving the moment for a bigger announcement, possibly tied to BTS's highly anticipated reunion in 2025-2026. Others believe the silence is a strategy to let the fans drive the narrative, amplifying the organic power of ARMY rather than corporate branding. But for many fans, the lack of response only deepened the mystery. On social media, ARMYs wrote, "Why is HYBE quiet? Do they know something we don't? Is this tied to BTS's comeback?" In true BTS fashion, silence only fueled more speculation. The mystery, instead of dampening the celebration, made it even more electrifying.